Good morning, I'm Nivareti Manu, and this is your morning news fix for Friday, 15th of March. In this update, more angst in the air over Air New Zealand's airfares. The Airports Association is hitting out at our national carrier's domestic ticket prices. It wants the government to set up an independent airfare monitoring system. Board of Airline Representatives, Kath O'Brien, told Mike Hosking she disagrees with the association's claims that the domestic market isn't set up to be competitive.
The domestic aviation space in New Zealand is able to be competed on by any airline in Australia, given government policy settings. So any airline from Australia could come over tomorrow and fly, domestically in New Zealand anywhere they wanted to.
The first case of its kind in New Zealand. A former Super Rugby player has been diagnosed post-death with degenerative brain diseases, chronic traumatic encephalopathy. Billy Guyton played for the Blues, Hurricanes and Crusaders, but died in a suspected suicide aged 33. An examination of his brain by the Neurological Foundation's Brain Bank has now identified he had stage 2 CTE. Auckland University neuroscientist Helen Murray told Mike Hosking CTE is caused by the repetitive accumulation of head impacts.
Not necessarily the number of concussions, it's the number of impacts that might not have actually generated any symptoms.
Warnings: the government could land itself in court over the latest rollback of environmental protections. The Associate Environment Minister has suspended the requirement for councils to map new significant natural areas, telling them not to bother. Andrew Hoggart says it would be a waste of time and resource, given rules for native land protection will likely change once the RMA is reformed. Environmental Defence Society Chief Executive Gary Taylor says the minister's announcement is illegal.
He can't unilaterally instruct councils to breach existing law, and it's both constitutionally and environmentally wrong.
Many water projects have been disrupted in the wake of the demise of Three Waters. A Water New Zealand survey has found 2/3 of respondents have had contracts paused, deferred or scrapped altogether in the past 6 months. There's also been a steep drop in business confidence, with 75% reporting at least some deterioration. Water New Zealand Chief Executive Gillian Blythe says the results highlight the need for certainty. Collaboration is a key goal in the creation of the new Auckland Rail Operations Centre. The building will bring KiwiRail, Auckland Transport and Auckland One Rail together. Transport Minister Simeon Brown says it should help the three agencies speak with one voice.
Aucklanders are sick and tired of the blame game when it comes to our public transport network. They simply want everyone to be working together, making decisions together to create a more reliable public transport service.
Brown's also announced a review of the operating model for rail in Auckland and Wellington. And in sport, golfer Ryan Fox has shot a hole-in-one on the famous 17th par 3 island green at TPC Sawgrass in Florida. He's the 14th player to do so in the tournament's 50-year history. The leaders of rival South Island NRL League bids, they're disputing each other's assertions after a failed attempt to work together. And on the field, Brisbane have beaten South Sydney 28-18. Finally, world indoor high jump champion Hamish Kerr has withdrawn from the National Track and Field Championships to rest. I'm Nivareti Manu, and that's your latest news fix. We'll be back with the next update at midday from the Newstalk ZB newsroom.